Hi everyone and welcome to George Swift from Bigger, Brighter, Bolder, the Mindset for Success. Today I want to talk to you about why your mind might be holding you back. Why your unconscious mind might be limiting you in terms of holding you back from achieving what you could achieve, from being who you could be, from having an experience that you could have out of life. In fact, why would your unconscious mind limit how much you can be loved or how much you can love others? Why would your unconscious mind seemingly be prepared to allow you to have such an unhappy or miserable time? Or maybe it's not giving you a miserable time, it's just not allowing you to have the wonderful time that I think you deserve, that I think you could have. Well, the simple, honest truth is this: the unconscious mind, the mind itself, was developed for one reason and one reason only, and that was to keep us physically safe. It was done to keep us alive long enough so that we could survive in order to reprocreate, in order to pass on our genes, and live long enough to raise our young so they could pass on their genes. That's it. That's why the brain was there. And it will pay almost any price to fulfill that number one job. So it doesn't really care, in the nicest possible way, how much of a good time you're having. It doesn't really care how great life is for you as long as you're alive and as long as you are seemingly safe. So once we know this to be true, how do we create the change? Well, we have to re-educate the unconscious mind in terms of what safe is. The unconscious mind is perceiving that what you have in life right now, what you do in life right now, what you get back out of life right now is considered safe by the unconscious mind. We need to educate our unconscious minds to realize there is a better way of getting a better result. We don't need to be held back in order to be safe. In fact, we want to be let free. And by letting us free to be as productive as we possibly can be, as creative as we possibly can be, as happy, as invigorated as we possibly can be, that's what's going to create even bigger, greater levels of safety. It's also going to give us an amazing emotional time, okay? An amazing experience of life. The unconscious mind at the moment, if it seems to be holding you back, has just got its priorities not necessarily wrong because it wants to keep you safe, but how it's applying itself to those priorities could be better. In other words, we need to re-educate it in what's safe and what necessarily might not be safe. Holding me back is not safe. Letting me go through life without fulfilling my true potential is not safe. Allowing me to not feel loved or to love others is 100% not safe. We must get that message deep into our unconscious minds, and then our unconscious minds will start to free us. We need to show our brains a better way to get a better result. Let me go, let me be free, let me be brave, let me be bold, let me love myself, let me feel good about what I'm doing, let me enjoy life, and then I'll show you, unconscious mind, just how safe we can truly be. That's the message we want to get through to our unconscious minds. The personal development industry is huge and massive because we know we can make breakthroughs now. We know we don't have to be limited by the messages or the programming of the unconscious mind. However, evolutionarily speaking, the really core faculties of the brain, in terms of survival and safety and all these sorts of things, they're really hard to create change in. The way we create change, we don't try and fight them, we don't beat ourselves over the head for saying, oh, I'm such a coward, I'm so useless, I'm so worthless. What we have to do is we have to take the time to re-educate, to retrain the brain at an incredibly deep level. This is what you thought was safe, actually it's unsafe. I'm going to show you a new way that you think is unsafe, but actually I'm going to show you and prove to you why this is safe. Once the programming goes in, you will be free. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen just listening to this for 4 minutes. It's going to take a little bit of effort from you. Imagine training a puppy. Imagine taking a puppy and you have to be really patient and you have to reward like crazy. When you see little improvements in behavior in yourself, I want you to reward yourself like you're that puppy. What happens is when we grow up, for example, we stop patting ourselves on the back on the whole. We stop giving ourselves compliments and feeling good about ourselves. In fact, we tend to become more critical of what we could have done better or how we could be improving things or whatever it might be, or what we haven't done rather than what we have done. Think about that little puppy in your brain, your unconscious mind, that needs huge amounts of reward for even the smallest little gains or progresses that you make in life. Reward, reward, reward. It's one of the things that I get my coaching clients and I get my groups at Success Group to constantly do to themselves. Constantly look for the little tiny pieces of gold in their life and reward themselves so fully for it. Do that and you'll train your puppy, your unconscious mind, a different way, a better way to get a better result. So there you go, that's just 5 minutes there for you. I hope you go out and apply that in your own life, okay? It takes a little bit of time, takes a little bit of effort. That's why I do what I do, that's why I run success groups, because we have to develop these habits over long periods of time. Hopefully what I've done in 5 minutes is at least inspire you to start to reward yourself and to inspire you to realize that your unconscious mind is not trying to make life miserable, it's just a consequence of what it's trying to do, which is keep you safe. This is George Swift from Bigger, Brighter, Bolder, the Mindset for Success. And until next time, be successful.